What's going on, everyone, and how's it hanging in the Hoard? If you've clicked on this video, I would assume you probably are a frequent viewer of this channel, and if you aren't, I'm not sure why you clicked on a channel update video. But that's fine, don't leave! I've got some things I wanted to discuss with you viewers out there, so please do me a favor and hear me out for the next couple of minutes. I know most people don't want to watch a channel update video, especially from a smaller creator like me, but it means a whole lot more than you think. First off, I want to give my thanks to everybody for the love on the Baptiste skin ranking video. I was really worried it was going to get buried by the algorithm because I didn't upload for 2 whole months while I was working on it, which is why I'm so glad y'all seem to enjoy it. I'm so happy that my pain and suffering paid off. Anyways, I'll cut to the chase here and get to my point, which is this. I've been thinking about going back to variety content. The channel has had a massive amount of success with these skin ranking videos, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoy making them, like a lot. It's something I can tell is interesting and engaging to you all, and the algorithm loves to promote them, but that's where my problem comes in. I don't want to make this channel solely about skin rankings. Hell, I don't even want it to be solely about Overwatch either. I've always wanted this channel to focus on variety gaming content, however, the variety I've done in the past hasn't ever really gone anywhere. What I did in the past was primarily Let's Play content, some occasional other games with friends, and then Overwatch stuff. Nowadays, though, I've gotten so in the groove of focusing on the skin rankings that is pretty much the only content of mine that gets any views. I doubt many people who watch me consistently have even really heard about my old Let's Play stuff. I've been making videos on YouTube for over 3 years now, yet I've only been doing skin rankings for a little over a year, and these videos have thousands upon thousands of views, whereas my other older videos don't. So, my point is, I want to do more variety. The issue is that I have no idea how the algorithm will respond to that, but I know from past experiences that it normally doesn't respond well. I also don't know how my audience would respond, which leads me to my question that I want to ask all of you in this video. Would you want to see variety content from me? If you want some examples of the variety that I have in mind, here are a whole bunch of things I've thought about doing, and a couple reasons as to why. Fall Guys was one of the original games that I played on this channel. It was partially because at the time it's what everyone else was playing during lockdown, but it was also just a game that was super easygoing and enjoyable. I convinced some friends to join me, and together we nicknamed ourselves the McFallen. You know, like the meme. Our goal throughout the series had always been to get a win together, which was an elusive goal for us because none of my other friends played it a whole lot, whereas I played it so much. I'm not kidding, there was a point in time where I played almost every single day, and I completed several battle passes on the game. It's not even funny. Over time, the game has changed very drastically, and I haven't touched it in a long time. The one thing that's been keeping Fall Guys on my mind lately is that there's only a single achievement I am missing on the game. Squad goals requires you to get a win with a pre-made team of 3 or more people. You would think this achievement is easy given how 18% of Steam players have it. I've also unlocked so many harder achievements in this game, but because the McFallen never got a win together, and those were my only friends that played Fall Guys, this is the only one I have yet to gain. So I thought that it could be fun to hop back onto the game after all this time and see if I can convince any of my friends to come back to it as well. I haven't played in a couple of months, but they probably haven't touched the game since the last time we made a video for it, so it would definitely be a tough challenge. Now that Valorant is an official cross-platform game, it's a heck of a lot easier to play with your friends, regardless of how you play. Valorant was a game I tried for this channel ages ago, and I had a pretty fun time with it. I was fairly new to PC gaming at the time, and the game hadn't been out that long, so I wasn't very good at it. But I played it with my good friend eBrawl as a duo together, and we just made fun little videos out of our shenanigans. It was a good way to experiment with gameplay videos, although because I was also new to YouTube, I never quite knew what I was doing with those videos. Eventually, my love for the game died off, mostly because Valorant is a toxic cesspool in a trench coat disguising itself as a community, but I do like the game itself. The characters are pretty fun, the maps are cool, it has a unique look to it. Valorant is kind of like if CSGO and Overwatch had a baby, so it's right up my alley. That said, I've been considering seeing how Valorant has changed since I last played, and getting back together with eBrawl to make some content. It's no secret that Fortnite is probably one of, if not the most popular games on the planet. Anybody who's anybody has played at least one match on this game. When Fortnite first released, I was obsessed with it. If I wasn't playing Overwatch, I was playing Fortnite. It's the game I've probably put the most amount of hours into, even though nowadays I only really check it out a couple times each season. I've spent so much time and money on this game over the years, and it's one of the few games I've played for this long that I still find enjoyable. Unlike Apex, there's so many goofy weapons, skins, items, and overall the gameplay itself is goofy, and I think that it would be fun to drop in for a video. Call of Duty is one of those franchises that everybody in school plays while you're growing up, and it's such a staple among people my age that you would think everybody plays it. Except for me. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to play it, so I'd sneak over to my friend's house and we'd play Black Ops 2 for a few hours. I had fun, but I was also like 13 and can't really remember what the game was like. I haven't played any kind of Call of Duty since, mostly because there have been other games that I've been pouring my heart and soul into. Microsoft recently announced a new Black Ops game coming soon, and honestly, it's kind of grabbed my attention. I may not end up liking it at all, but it couldn't hurt to try. One of the first things I considered doing with this channel was Minecraft content. In fact, my first real video on this channel was an old house tour from the server that I play on. Luckily, I pivoted away from becoming a Minecraft YouTuber because, you know, yikes. When I started out on YouTube, everybody had their own group of friends on an SMP, and my friend group was no different. It was called the Craf Squad, and 3 of my friends made the server, and I was just lucky enough to be invited to join them. While my friends had our own SMP, it has been pretty private over the years. It's more for us than random strangers online, but we all still play on it together all the time. Years ago, we used to do planned streams for it over on Twitch, but now the majority of the people on the server can't all hop on at once for things like that because life is just super busy. We all still have plans for the Craf Squad, but again, it's mostly private. However, just because none of us have made any content for it in a while, doesn't mean we can't make any content at all. At the very least, I thought it could be cool to do an updated house tour after all these years. The Craf Squad is just one of those things that I've been playing on for years, and figured it could be cool to do some stuff on it. Nintendo is probably my favorite game company out there, even though Nintendo makes it clear they do not like their fans. Regardless, they have a stacked roster of IP, and many of their games I've been playing all my life. Smash Brothers is another one of my favorite games of all time. I've been slowly but surely collecting all the Smash Bros. Amiibo series since they first released. I'm also really into Pokemon, and I've played every main series game at least once. I got a capture card to record content for my Nintendo Switch ages ago, but unfortunately I never got around to actually making any Nintendo content. I thought about Pokemon videos, Mario Kart, Mario Party, and maybe even a series for Smash where I could use my never-ending supply of Amiibo for something. I think everybody loves Nintendo, even just a little bit, so hopefully one day I'll get to make some use of that capture card. The majority of the content I've uploaded to YouTube is most certainly Let's Play videos. I've done playthroughs for Kingdom Hearts, Spider-Man Remastered, and a Titanfall 2 one that I never finished, sadly. Growing up as a kid, my family was very sheltered, and it wasn't until I became a teenager in high school that I got to break past that sheltered life. My passion for video games had been extremely limited to the ones that I could play via my parents' permission, which was mostly kiddie games like Nintendo, Skylanders, and random Xbox Connect games. There are so many games that I've never tried or gotten the chance to play that are staples in the gaming industry, and since then I've been trying to make up for lost time by trying as many different games as I can. The Let's Play series were a way for me to do that, as well as to make some fun content for you all. They were super easy videos to make, and a quick way to make an upload while I was in school at the time. As the years went on, however, I noticed that the YouTube algorithm didn't really like my Let's Play content, and as a result, they barely got any views at all. I got all the way through Kingdom Hearts 1, and partway through Chain of Memories, as well as a decent way through Spider-Man, but it became difficult to work on those videos knowing that no one really watched them. That's when I decided to stop working on them entirely and focus on the skin rankings, which is how we've ended up here with me making this update video. I do want to do more Let's Play content in the future, and I'd love to go back and revisit my unfinished Let's Plays, even if they don't get many views. If I can manage to upgrade my setup as well, that could immensely help in the quality of those videos. I think while I was making them, I was more focused on the quantity of them and not so much the quality, which was probably another reason people didn't really like them. I've learned a lot about content creation in these past 3 years though, so maybe one day we can go back to the Let's Play formula.
Patently stupid, that's what they say.
My friends and I love playing these absolutely absurd minigames together, and the stuff we get up to is always insane. I've made plenty of these videos in the past, and I've always intended to do more of them in the future. Again, they don't get as many views because the algorithm likes new YouTubers to pick a niche and stick to it, but they've always been a blast. There's a new Jackbox feature coming out called the Mega Picker, which is essentially Jackbox's own launcher. It lets you pick your own minigames across all the Jackbox games you own on Steam. It would make creating Jackbox content infinitely easier, so maybe the gang and I will have to get back together real soon. There have been plenty of other games I've thought about trying aside from the ones I listed. These ones were just games I've thought about the most. New games come out every single day though, so who knows, maybe I'll find another game that catches my eye. If there's any games you'd like to see me play, of course you can leave recommendations for me too. I also want to be clear that this would not be replacing any of my regular Overwatch content whatsoever. I still plan on making skin ranking videos until the end of my days, and that series can go pretty indefinitely because of the new Redux rankings that I started making as well. I've also been considering making more kinds of Overwatch content. If you've been here long enough on this channel, you know that I've considered making a series playing through Overwatch Ranked, even though it brings me eternal suffering because I have no PC friends on Overwatch and I have to solo queue. I've thought about a video series featuring some funny clips and cool gameplay moments from my experiences on the game in general. I've even seen how other Overwatch content creators do silly things like Mystery Heroes Tuesday. Another big reason I've been considering bringing back the variety content is something I mentioned in the Baptiste ranking and some community posts, that being that I'm working on getting a new PC. My current setup is all equipment I've had for years, but it's not the greatest. My mic is fine, but it sounds very different before I edit it. My computer is actually a gaming laptop I've been using since 2020, and recently it's been showing its age. It's nowhere near as powerful as a fully decked out rig, and I've made enough in my job that I've been working on upgrading my setup. If I can get my hands on one, it also means I'd have more space to work on all kinds of games and make all kinds of videos. All this is to say that I love how much growth this community has had these past couple months, and the skin ranking videos are 100% the cause, for which I'm eternally grateful for. However, that's not what I want to solely focus on. It may not be what I want, but is it what you want? Do you guys just want more skin rankings? Is that what made you want to subscribe? And is that why you keep coming back too? And no, this isn't me trying to be antagonistic or prod you for a whole bunch of answers. I'm just genuinely asking. This channel, like every other channel out there, is subject to the whims of the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, it more than likely wouldn't want to promote any of my more varied content, but that's not what this channel is for. It's for you, for every person out there, whether you're part of our horde of subscribers or not. I make these videos for you to enjoy, and to ignite a new way for me to experience and share my passion for video games. If you guys only want more skin rankings, I don't mind keeping the focus on them. I'd rather make content that I know you would enjoy watching than make content that you wouldn't. What this ultimately comes down to is that at some point in the future, I will probably make a pivot back to variety content. Whether that happens now or later, it doesn't matter. It's the direction I want to make with this channel, and it is my content to do with what I please. However, it's not solely mine though. This channel wouldn't be anything without you, and I don't want to wreck that by making a massive switch up that you might not like. So that's my question. Would you be interested in content that isn't just skin rankings, or would you rather I stick to the skin rankings exclusively? I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. I know asking for comments is stupid and cringe, but I simply had too much I wanted to say. If you have any game suggestions you want to see me play, if you liked or didn't like any of my ideas that I talked about, or even something as simple as a yes or a no, I love hearing from you guys in the community, and right now is a moment where I definitely need you all the most. I want to make the content I want to, but not if it means sacrificing what we've built so far. So, let me know. If you've gotten this far, I just want to say you're the best. I know most people see an update video and their brain dies, so it means a lot that you watch this all the way through. If you're looking for a more recent update, I am currently starting work on the next skin ranking. I know I just made this whole video about not wanting to get locked into making skin rankings, but if I had uploaded a random video not related to Overwatch, I might as well let the algorithm shoot me in the foot. I didn't know what video to work on next, so while I wait to hear back from you guys from this video, that's gonna be the next one. I won't spoil who the ranking is for, but trust me, it's gonna be the bomb. That's all from me this time. Thanks again for watching, and until the next update, peace.